Today we will learn something about the vaccine calculation, that how much vaccine is required at a particular PHC. A question is often asked like that. So before we start, we need to first know the national immunization schedule. It is very essential that without this, it is not possible to estimate that how many vials will be required at a particular PHC. So we'll just have a quick revision. Birth, we give three vaccines. BCG is given, hepatitis B is given, and oral polio vaccine dose 0 is given. 6 weeks, 10 weeks, and 14 weeks. Multiple vaccines are given. We start with oral polio vaccine 1, 2, and 3. Rota 1, Rota 2, Rota 3, Penta 1, Penta 2, Penta 3, fractionated IPV 1, fractionated IPV 2, and a new vaccine has been added recently, that is pneumococcal conjugate 1 and pneumococcal conjugate vaccine 2. Right, this is a recent addition in the national immunization schedule. This is the 6, 10, and 14 weeks. Then at 9 months, if we see in Gujarat, that is basically the measles vaccine, vitamin A, and Japanese encephalitis is also given, but as it is given in only certain states, I am not writing it here. Okay, so 9 months MR1 is given. 16 to 24 months we have MR2. Also the PCV booster is given at 9 months. Then at 5 years, in 16 to 24 months, we also have the DPT booster 1 and DPT booster 2. Then at 10 years and 16 years, we have TT, right, or TD rather, whichever is available. So this is the basic national immunization schedule, the bare minimum which we need to learn. So from this, what we need to learn, that how many doses of certain vaccines are given to a single child. That means BCG is given as a single dose, only one dose of BCG is given. Then OPV 1, 2, 3, these are the three main. A 0 dose, and okay, one more booster dose was also left. 16 to 24 OPV booster is also given. So 5 dose of oral polio vaccine, then 3 dose of Rota 1, 2, 3, then a single dose of hepatitis B, three dose of Penta, MR 2 doses, MR1, MR2. Vitamin A, we know that for the first year it is given as a single dose at 9 months, and then for up to 5 years we give it 6 monthly. So 2 doses per year will be there. So I'll calculate for vitamin A also. So, and lastly we have also the fractionated IPV. 2 doses are also available. We are not taking into consideration PCV because it's recently added. If it is asked, then 3 doses of PCV 1, 2, and booster is given. Okay, let me just add it also. So PCV 1 is there, PCV 2, and PCV booster is there. Okay, So DPT is generally not given. It's penta that is which we use oftenly. So DPT is not an important question as of now. So this much is the basic thing which we need to learn. Now let us move ahead. Okay, so we'll just list out how many doses are there of each vaccines. Okay, so vaccines given. So we start with BCG, that would be 1. OPV would be 5 times. IPV would be 2. Pentavalent is 3. DPT, I'm just writing it. Okay, 2 doses are given, one over here and one over here. 2 booster doses are given. So DPT we have 2 doses, MR we have 2 doses, and one more we'll also add pregnancy, in which 2 doses of TT are given 4 weeks apart, right? So we'll also add TT to be 2. So these are the doses per child, okay, per pregnant female. Okay, so if you're clear till now let us go into a real life practical question. So this question is given in your journal. The population of a village is 30,000. The birth rate of the village is estimated to be 24. Calculate the annual and monthly vaccine requirements of the PHC. Right? So from this we need to first know that how many children are there. Are there, or other than say newborns in the village. Okay, and second question, how many pregnant females are there in the village? Now this is a complete ideal situation. We assume that there is all the females are going to take the vaccine, all the newborn are going to take the vaccine. So this is an ideal situation. Okay, so let us first start with this question: how many pregnant females are there? So for that we know the birth rate is 24, which means how many children would be born each year? So births would be equal to birth rate per 1000 into mid-year population. And we take an ideal situation where 30,000 is the mid-year population. So 24 upon 1000 into 30,000. So that's about 720 live births per year, right? This is the 720 live births in 30,000 population in the entire village. Okay, so we have 720 live births in the entire year in this village. Now if 720 children are born, we assume that all are a single child, or means there are no twins in this situation. Let us assume that thing, which means that we can say that if 720 children are born, 720 females were pregnant, right? So this is an ideal situation where each female gives birth to one child, were pregnant. Okay, so from this we come to know that 720 females who are pregnant in the entire village, and we assume that 10 percentage is the hidden, or we can say lost pregnancies, right? So there might occur that the pregnancy may get terminated earlier, it might not lead into birth, or when we were doing the survey, the female was not knowing that she was pregnant in any conditions. So we assume that 720 plus 10 percentage of 720, which yields 792 females were pregnant, right, during the entire year. which means that all these 792 females are going to take 2 doses of tetanus toxoid vaccine, right? So total doses of TT required would be how much? 792 into 2, that is 1584 doses. Okay, so 1584 doses of tetanus toxoid will be required during the entire year. We are not taking into consideration 10-year and 16-year children who are also advised to take. We are just taking into consideration the antenatal requirement. Okay, so next 1584 doses are required. Now we know that this is an assumption that all vials or all doses are administered to the female. But now there are possibility that during the transportation, during administration, some amount of vaccine may get wasted because of any reason. The vial got broken, temperature was not maintained, anything, etc. So we always take as 1.11, that is, we assume 11 percentage of vaccines are buffered, or rather I can say are buffer doses, right? So we bring 11 percentage more vaccines than what are required, so that if anything goes wrong, we have at least some more extra vials or vaccines which can get compensated. So what will I do is 1584 into 1.11, this is this 11 percentage, that is 1758 doses of TT are required. Now one vial of TT will have 10 doses, right? Which means that if I need say 1578 doses, vials required would be 1758 divided by 10, that is 175.8 vials. Okay. So these are my vaccine requirement per year. Now if the question mentions PHC, storage buffer, add 25 percentage to final, which means that, see, we know that in certain villages, each village might not have a PHC. Two or three common villages would having a two or three villages would be having a common PHC, and from that common PHC it will be supplied, right, to the nearby villages. So the PHC acts as a storage buffer. See, this time I am not saying that it is because of wastage or something else. The question is that in any case, if more the 720 number, which is assumed that only 720 children are born a year, that is an assumption. At PHC we store more 25% of doses, so that in any case if there is any variation, if more children are born, then at that time we need not say that I didn't have more doses, we had only calculated as per 720, assumed that it more than about 1000 children were born. For that reason, if PHC is mentioned, then only in that condition we add 25 percentage to the our annual requirement, which means that 175.8, let us assume to be 176 into 1.25, that is 220 vials per year. Okay, but remember this, I'll just highlight, only if the word PHC is mentioned, right? If PHC is mentioned, then 220 vials are there. If nothing is mentioned, then 178 175.8, that is about 176 vials per year of tetanus toxoid vaccines will be required. This is for the antenatal females, right? This is pregnant females. Now we just take a different consideration. I'll just a second, I'll get that PDF. Okay, so this is, so as I told you, for pregnant females we have T1, T2. Booster we are not considering because it is only given if the pregnancy occurs within 3 years. We are not taking into consideration this thing. So 2 doses we consider for pregnant females. Now let us come to this point. See, so this is the thing which I was telling. Calculate the beneficial dose is there. Total T is 2 doses are given, right? 4 weeks apart are there. BCG 1 is given, OPV 5 if is given, IPV 2, pentavalent 3, DPT 2, MR 2. So this is there. Now how many, as I told you that one vial will contain 10 doses. This is most common, I can say, but specifically if you want to see, then see, for TD we have 10. This formula is actually something like this. TD is equals to number of beneficiary per session into 1.11 divided by 10. So this 10 is basically doses per vial. Right, so if in short I write this as vaccine dose per vial. See, TD is 10 dose per vial, BCG is again 10 dose per vial, OPV is 20. See, so one bottle of OPV will be having, it is an oral vaccine, so right, so one bottle of OPV will be having 20 doses per vial. Okay, again penta, it is same as 10, MR is also 10. Now a difference is in IPV. See, we use fractionated IPV, and in fractionated IPV for our calculation we take 50 doses, right? We take 50 doses per vial is there. Okay, so and which one is remaining? Okay, so all major are covered. Fractionated IPV is 50 dose per vial. Now if you see this part, okay, see this part, if you see, just tilt your phone if required. BCG wastage factor is 2. In case of TD we took 11% as the wastage factor, that is most commonly it is used, but BCG being freshly prepared, right, and it has to be discarded within 4 hours. If in 4 hours it is not administered, we need to discard it. So freshly prepared is there, therefore the wastage factor is more, that is 2. So for every 1 dose we have to multiply it by 2, that is we assume that 50% wastage is there. That is, for example, let me give you this example. So 720 doses are required, my wastage factor is 2, which means that I will order 1440 vials, doses of vaccines, doses, right? Even though I require 720, I will bring 1440 because my wastage factor is 2. For every one vaccine that is used, one vaccine is also wasted, right? The reason being it is a reconstituent, you have to make fresh and administer fresh. On the opposite side, hepatitis B again 1.11, that is 11%, this is the wastage factor. Pentavalent is also 11%, OPV again 11%, IPV. See, now here is also written that we have 25 dose and 50 dose vial are also there. take into consideration 50 dose per vial, that's fine. Even you can take 25, just mention it that I am assuming that in one dose, in one vial we are having 50 doses or 25 doses, anything you can take. I am taking an example of 50 is there. Again, measles again has a different wastage factor, that is 1.33, that is 33 percentage is the wastage factor. Okay, in vitamin A also we take 10% is the wastage factor, it's also written ahead. Okay, so from this I'll just give you a simple example, one single calculation, then you will be able to solve the questions easily. See, just let me take the example of pentavalent is there, right? Okay. So 720 children are there, right? Each child will receive 3 doses of vaccine, right? At 6, 10 and 14. So how much will I require? I'll require 2160 doses of vaccines. Now 2160 into 1.11, that is 11 percentage wastage factor is there, that will yield me about 2397.6 doses are there. Let me just write it simply as 2400 doses are required, right? So doses required. Now we know that one vial will contain 10 doses. So how many vials will I require? I'll require 240 vials per year, right? Per year. If I go to the monthly vial requirement, I have to just divide by 12, right? So 240 divided by 12, that's simple. How much? 20 vials per month, right? Monthly is there. Now buffer stock only if it is mentioned as a PHC is there. So 20 vials, 25 percentage, that is 5 vials, I'll keep it as the buffer dose at the PHC. So if in case the birth rate increases, I have extra some of the vials. So total will be 20 plus 5, that is 25 vials will be required. Okay. So that is the thing, it's 25 vials. Okay, 25 vials are there. And at last, what will my monthly requirement? That would be, again I can say 2.08 vials per month, right? So that is the same, I can say that 20, sorry, not 28, this is the monthly dose which we are taking. 20 vials per month is there, 5 vials extra, these all are per month. So that would be the same, 25 vials will be required, right? 25 vials per month of pentavalent vaccine will be required. So this is similar to it. Okay, so I hope you will be able to solve these questions. Now I'll just look if it is something different is there. Okay, so similarly next page, DPT is there, again 2 doses, 1.11, 25% PHC is there. Now comes a little bit different, AD syringe, right? AD syringe is basically auto disable syringe. You can watch a video on my YouTube channel that what are auto disable syringes used in COVID-19 vaccination drive. Okay, anything. So see, there are two vaccines which are given intradermally, which BCG and IPV, rather I can say fractionated IPV. How much? 0.1 ml per dose, right? We know this thing, which means that if I have to give 0.1 ml, I will need a syringe which is having capacity of 0.1 ml. So there are two types of AD syringes, that is one is having 0.1 ml capacity and other is having 0.5 ml capacity. This is the standard intramuscular dose which we give for any vaccine, right? Whether it be hepatitis B vaccine is there, pentavalent is there, DPT is there, anything, right? MR is there. Even subcutaneously we use this 0.5 ml of dose. So AD syringes will be of two type. One would be of 0.1 ml and one would be of 0.5 ml. So two vaccines are there which are given by this route, BCG and IPV. So for 0.1 ml, the number of people who will be receiving BCG plus IPV, all those will be needing will need 0.1 ml syringes. So number of beneficiaries for BCG, how much? It will be 720, right? One dose is given. And if we see fractionated IPV, we come to know there are two, that is 720 into 2, that is 1440, and that will make it equal to 2160, which means that I will require 2160 AD syringes in general, right? So this is how we calculate AD syringes. But see, a calculation of syringe is will be not a part of your examination. This is just for explanation. And then again the same process completed, that again 11% wastage factor we add, that will lead us how many vaccines this AD syringes will be required, what will be the buffer stock. Now a difference is there, we only add 10%. See, vaccine this syringe is made up of plastics. There are very less chance that a plastic may, like, even if it is exposed to heat, it falls down, anything, there are less chances that wastage of vaccines and wastage of these syringes will be the same. There are high chances that vaccine will be wasted and less chances that syringes will be wasted, right? So we only add 10% as the buffer stock in case of the PHC. So in which you can see in AD syringes we add only 10%. And lastly, there is one more about syringes of 5 ml. What does this 5 ml indicate? These are reconstituent vaccines. That is, in any vaccine where you have to mix anything, for example diluent, as normal saline is there, water is there, in that case we don't we don't make a single 0.5 ml solution. We make a 5 ml solution and then divide it into small 10 doses. So we get 0. We take a 5 ml syringe, mix it, and then divide it into 10 doses, so giving 0.5 ml in each dose, which means that for preparation of the vaccine, right, we need 5 ml syringes. These are basically for preparation, right? These are not for administration. Vaccine, before administrating the vaccine we need to prepare. So which are the vaccines which we need to prepare? Basically two are there, BCG and measles, right? We use normal saline as the diluent, so these two will require additional 5 ml syringes. So number of BCG and measles vials will be there. So take care, in this case we are not requiring how many number, because one person is not going to get one vial, he is going to get one dose. From one vial 10 people will be getting it, right? So each vial needs to be reconstituted by 5 ml of syringe. So each vial will be requiring 5 ml of a syringe and not each dose, right? Here you can see that it is the beneficiaries is written, here also beneficiaries is written in AD syringes of 0.1 and 0.5 ml, but in 5 ml we need number of vials. So this is the same way we calculate how much syringes of 5 ml are required. See, diluent of BCG, this is never calculated, it is always provided in extra. Similarly for MR, it's something different. In case of rotavirus, a similar thing is there, but as I know, it's I think 5 doses per vial. I'm not sure. Just check it out. It's rarely asked, but it's I think 5 doses per vial. I don't know, but I'm just assuming that this was the last value which I remember. And lastly, of vitamin A, see, one bottle vitamin A is given in the form of a bottle is there. If you remember in your spotting also, this question may be asked, a bottle is there of vitamin A, and there is a spoon, if you remember, and there is an internal marking which says that this is 1 ml and this is 2 ml, something like this thing. Okay, so vitamin A, one bottle will be having 100 ml. So in this case we need to calculate how many bottles of vitamin A will be required, right? So here we just calculated. See, now we know that what is the schedule of vitamin A. At 9 months we give 1 lakh international unit, then between 2 to 5 years of age, that is 4 years, we give 2 doses of 2 lakh international unit each, which means that, and also 1 ml, the constitution is such that 1 ml of vitamin A will be having 1 lakh international units, this thing, right? So can we say that at 9 months we give 1 ml of vitamin A solution, and between 2 to 5 years of age each child, right? So during the first year of birth, during the first year of the life, the child will receive 1 ml, and during the next 4 years, that is from 2 to 5 years, each year, that is 4 years, 2 doses, 2 ml each, right? So it will, he or she will be requiring 16 ml in the entire 5 years of his life. Now just let me simplify this thing. So see, now also we assume that 720 births are constant. That is, each year, irrespective whether lockdown is there or not, floods occur, drought occur, anything, we assume that 720 children will be born, which means that in a particular year, say for example, let us take 2021, during the last 5 years also, that is from 2016 to 2021, each year 720 children were born, which means how many children would be there in the age group as follows: 0 to 1 year, 1 to 2 year, 2 to 3 year, 3 to 4 year, and 4 to 5 year. How many children would be there? 720, 720, 720, 720, 720, right? So anyone born in 2016 who would be in the age group of 4 to 5 years also, how many children would be there? 720 children would be there who are in the age group of 4 to 5 years. Similarly, this is constant, which means that dose 1, number of infants of 0 to 1 year, dose 2 to 9, that is this part, dose 2 to 9, also 2 doses per year for all 1 to 5 years children, that is number of children in 1 to 5 years, that is total number of infants into 4, right? Okay, this into 4, 720 into 4 into 2 dose. Okay, 720 children are born each year, and such 4 years are calculated, 720 into 4, and each one will be having 2 doses. Okay, now just let me erase. Okay, so which means that vitamin A 6 months requirement, if we see how many children would be requiring dose 1, that is 1 ml, that would be 720. Dose 2, now they have just complicated this part, I'll just simplify it. See, dose 2 to 9, that is in the age group of 2 to 5 years, right? Into 4 we have to do, someone would be of 2 years, some 720 children would be of 2 years, 720 children would be of 3 years, similarly 720 children of 4 years, and 720 children of 5 years. So 720 into 4, so total, let me assume from January to June, there will be 2880 children who will be taking vitamin A, right? And each one will be taking 2 ml. So from January to June, I'll require 5760 ml of vitamin A, and each bottle of vitamin A contains 100 ml, which means that I'll require 58 bottles of vitamin A during the period of Jan to June if I consider only 2 to 5 years age group, right? Similarly, now we add 10% utilization factor, or I say can say wastage factor, 10 percentage. So 58's 10 percentage, if we add, that is approximately 64 bottles of vitamin A will be required for the age group of 2 to 5 years between January to June, as each one is given 2 doses from July to December. We will require more 64 bottles. Yes, so that is the 64 bottles needed for vitamin A for around February, that is the initial 6 months, and for the second dose again 64 more bottles will be required for the next round, that is between July to December, right? So total 64 and 64 are there. Now just take into consideration this, that 720 ml is required for those children that are born in the first year of life, that is between 0 to 1 year. Only one dose is given at 9 months, so 720 divided by 100, that is approximately 8 bottles will be required, right? So what do we find? We find 64 plus 64 plus 8 bottles. Now one mistake which they have, or okay, let's, I'll explain. Okay, see, if 720 ml is required, we also add 10 percentage utilization factors that indicate 792 ml, that is approximately we can say 8 bottles. Okay, so here also we have added the wastage factor, utilization factors. So for the initial 6 months, 64 bottles for 2 to 5 years of age, again 64 for the 2 to 5 years of age for the second dose, and 8 bottles for 0 to 1 years of age, which means that total 136 bottles of vitamin A are required, right, during the entire year. One of the, even I could say, simpler method would be that, see, I'll show you a simpler method. See, if 720 is the birth number of births, I can say 720, right, 1 ml for the first some years of life, that is, okay, or I can say 1 dose of 1 ml will be required for the 0 to 1 year age groups. Now for the next 4 years, again 2 ml and 2 doses are required, which means that 4 to the 8 to the 16 ml would be required, which means that one particular child will be having 17 ml of vitamin A, right? So 17 ml into 720, how much does it get? 12240 ml, something around like this, right? Okay, we add 10 percentage wastage factors, that is approximately 10 percentage wastage, we get finally as 13464 ml, right? And 100 ml bottle is there, divided by 100, which brings approximately as 135 bottles. This is a simple calculation that one child will require 17 ml. Simple calculation. So as many number of children are there, just multiply it by 17, add the wastage factors, divide by 100, you will get approximate number of bottles. By that method you get answer is 136, and here we are getting is 135. Not a big issue, no one going to give it wrong, right? So this was some basic about vaccine calculation. If you have any doubts, just ask in the comment section below and I'll try to answer those queries, right? So that's all. I'll just check if anything else is there. Okay, this was just the question which I said, if PHC having 30,000 population, birth rate of 24 per 1,000, calculate the vaccine requirement, right? So that's all. Cold chain and the things are not there. Okay, so